Hello everybody and welcome back to Felsbrunn. So, it's a very misty day here on Felsbrunn, and yes, the volumetric fog has moved in. So putting the current weather situation to one side, just for a few minutes, what I need to do is jump into the Manitou and take it over to the sell point. So I did mention that I was going to sell this. I think it is a good thing to do since I don't use it very often. However, quick, let's do a U-turn, or make that a Q-turn. What I need to do is repair it first of all, possibly even wash it as well, just to be able to get the maximum amount of money for it. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a very strange thing to do, don't you need it? Well, I do need something like this, but I do have the front loader, so having two of these, or two similar machines, isn't really worth it. Turns out it was fairly clean anyway. Yeah, so I'd prefer to get the money for it, but also there is a mod which I'd like to try out. Let's just put this into the trigger back here. There we go. Repair, $35. Nothing too serious. It says dollars there, but actually I'm playing in pounds, so that's interesting. Anyway, yes, what I need to do is buy this new mod from the store. I'm going to call it the idiot-proof mod, even though it isn't intended to be for idiots. It's for, well, the idiot being me, of course, not my fantastic viewers or players. Yes, I am absolutely useless when it comes to loading up pallets. So, if in the unlikely event you are like me, yes, this is going to be a good mod for you. If you're not like me, and you're very good at moving pallets anyway, it's still a good mod for you to look at because it's a nice, different system instead of just having the standard forklift. Now you can actually move several different types of objects with this. There are the IBCs, of course there are the big bags as well, but it's not the big bags that you may know, not the pallets which are in the game as standard. In fact, in my opinion, much better than those. They are the actual big bags. So that is £29,000, very good. It has had very limited use, so that is good, and it's not going to cost £29,000 to buy this next machine. So here it is. It's not the wind turbine, it is the Lizard 1300 XL and the Lizard Tool X 1500. Now I do need a tractor with a 3-point linkage to actually run this, but that is not an issue. So as you can see, we have the first part of it, the main hydraulic system, and then we have the tool for the IBCs. So it is still £12,600, possibly a bit more if you customise things. Yep. Blue. I think I'll go for the blue. It looks good. And yes, I'm going to go for the accessory as well, just because I want to try out moving the IBCs with this. If I don't like it, I could just sell it. So, yeah. Anyway, time to grab a tractor. I have the New Holland tractor, or the Ford tractor just here, but I do first of all need to change the tyres, because it's currently on the narrow tyres, and it's not really the comfortable option. Not really necessary for this. So if I just change this over to the... Well, actually, I think I had it on a different brand somewhere here. I'm not too sure exactly what I had it set to. Was it a Michelin? Yes, it was. There we go. Customise that. It looks better. Looks much better like this. But the narrow tyres do have their benefits. So I don't know if I need a front weight. I might do, thinking about it, because an IBC is usually about a tonne. Obviously, it's going to depend on what is in it, but 1,000 litres. Still quite a heavy thing, so a front weight is not going to be an issue, that's for sure. I don't know how it got so dirty on the inside. Ugh. Yep, that's going to need a wash. Whoa, it also needs a decent driver. So I'll come on to the big bags in a second, but first of all, if I just show you the connecting and operation of this thing. It is more the big bags that I'm going to use it for, over anything else. But yeah, as you can see, it's a crane. Nice system. Very nice system. So yeah, if you want to, you can very simply connect this to the IBC accessory here. And you can also extend, as you can see. It has also enabled it to fit on, which is good. And now to buy a seed bag and an IBC for demonstration. Now, as you know, this is the standard seed bag. It's okay, it works. I tend to get the pallet tines stuck in them, so they could be better, which is why we have these. in the same mod package, which is actually linked down below with the credits and the original download link. Please do make sure you use the original link to support the author of the mod, which is actually the official mod site anyway. So yeah, we've got the seeds which are going to come in handy. Premium quality seeds with instructions on how to grow. Somehow I'm not going to be planting my field with my hand, but there you go. Still a nice bit of instruction work. We also have fertilizer and lime, and as you can see, the capacity of these is considerably higher than the smaller default bags. 1,000 litres here. These ones are 2,000, but the fertilizer, the lime is 4,000. So you do get quite a bit more with that, and also it's not too expensive. So it's a good way of actually doing everything. In fact, I might buy quite a few and get my stock in. Might fill the trailer up, as I don't really have much to do today. The fields are ready to harvest, but that's going to be a good one for a live stream. I might start the harvest later, but yeah, I'm going to buy several of these bags because I like to go over the top. That should be enough seed. Now for the fertilizer. Go for 3 of those because they're quite expensive, but it's going to be used, so that's not an issue. Possibly still keeping him the same amount of money that I got back for the forklift, so that's really good. Now, IBCs, or pallet as you may call it. We're going to go with the fertilizer tank, just one of these, just like I say, for demonstration purposes first of all. And yeah, I think what we have to do is go over the top. I think that is good enough. I'm not really aligned that well, but it should be enough just for this. So if I get as close as possible, maybe even put it down on top of it, then press L, you can see I've got the straps on there, and yeah, it's pretty heavy. That is really, really heavy. So I'm really pleased I've put the front weight on. But as you can see, that is a really good way of loading a trailer, or even loading up whatever it is you need to load. If it was a bag, you'd be putting it into a seed drill or a fertilizer spreader. So very good idea. Just don't press L with it in the air, because that is going to be one burst IBC, and that was a very rapid descent. That was me just not being a very good operator. Okay, so yeah, next job is to bring the trailer over here and move these bags. Of course, for this I need the case, which is going to be going in a few days' time. I'm going to be buying the Massey Ferguson, and I am so pleased because somebody has actually published the front plough, which I was talking about a few episodes back, and yeah, it's going to be so good for the Massey Ferguson. So I have a front plough and a rear plough, and just get loads done in one pass. We have several egg boxes. I'm fully aware of a very good looking mod which allows you to automatically load the pallet, which looks very good. Obviously I've just started this strategy, so I'm going to have to stick with this for a while, but in the future when I get tired of this, it's a very good option for loading up the pallets quickly. Okay, so here we are. Let's just put this over here. And I would say, just to keep it simple, I'm going to put the IBC on first, since it does have the attachment, which I do need to take off again. So yeah, it was just to demonstrate. You can also lower the entire thing on the 3-point linkage if you'd like to. It would likely make it easier to actually pick up the IBC attachment. So yeah, there we go. Just lower that down. And I think you can actually press L from anywhere. Yeah, we can have a really long strap, which might make the front tip up a bit more. But yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference, I don't think. So, if I don't flip the whole thing over, I'm going to put this on the front. Having shorter straps will help if you've got something really high to put this into. But look at that, no faffing around with the pallet tines failing, as I would normally do. Potentially a slower way of picking it up, but that's going to come down to the operator. There we go. Simple. Yes, as for the attachment, I don't know, I might have to keep it on here, put it back on later. So you're probably wanting to see the bags being picked up anyway. Now these bags have been, well, similar bags, not these bags, have been in all versions of Farming Simulator. So there is bag number 1. I probably should have lifted it up a bit further actually. There we go. Nice. And yeah, I need to work on my extending because that was a bit too close. I was actually hitting the trailer with the tractor. Now for number 2. Practice makes perfect. But the system to pick this up is so easy. Super easy. And very effective. Of course, yeah, you don't have to use the crane. But it's just an option if you don't have a telehandler. I do have the tractor and front loader, so in theory I don't need this, but it just seems so nice. Look at the perfection, the loading there. So neat, in my opinion. Of course, my opinion of neat is probably very different to other viewers, but it's neat enough. It's not a piece of artwork. Look at that. Drop it on, and yeah, I am going a bit too fast with these. Probably going to actually burst a bag. Nice. Next one. Might have just steered a bit too late there. It's so simple. I think I might have actually found something a little heavy here. So it would have to go on a tractor which is substantially heavier. This tractor actually isn't that big, so these line bags are probably over its limit. Well, it is definitely over its limit. So I'm going to try it with the front loader and the pallet tines just to see if I can go with that. Obviously these ones are fine. And I would usually actually go for the lime fill points for the lime material, lime product. But I love the physics. You can actually see on the bag it does stretch when you pick it up. Now that is very well done. The whole mod is very well done. I love it. I was actually wondering for a while, until of course I realised it was the Christmas holidays, but I thought, hang on, what's going on? ModHub hasn't had any mods, and I thought, oh yeah, because Giants are on holiday, so they're not testing mods. So, yes, that was stupid of me. Of course there were going to be some decent mods, and here is one of them, a very decent mod. I think it actually might be easier on the front, so that's better than having it on the back. It seems to work very effectively. So, yes, what I'm going to do is just attempt to pick up these other bags with the tractor over there and the front loader. I was having a read of the comments in yesterday's video, and it turns out that most of my viewers, well certainly the viewers that comment at least, prefer the single player videos over the multiplayer videos. Probably because of the chaos, but the thing I like about doing the multiplayer videos is the unpredictability of what could happen. Basically anything. Anything could happen. Very amusing to see. I got a rear weight for this. Yeah, because when it's me playing the single player videos here, playing single player save games, I know pretty much what's going to happen. There could be the odd strange occurrence, but in multiplayer you just never know what anybody's going to do or what could happen with lag or something. So I do like recording those videos. They're very entertaining, but I think probably from a viewer's point of view these ones are more engaging. Yeah, I'd say that is the best word to put to it. They're more engaging because I suppose you could say there's more of a storyline. There's more progress maybe. But after all, I do like to do those multiplayer videos, and it's a really good opportunity to be able to play the game with my viewers, which I always enjoy doing. So yeah, I'm not going to get rid of those videos. They are good. Well, it fits, but I'm still having a bit of an issue. So they are I would say they're about 4 tons actually. They are 4 tons. What weight do we have on here? 650. Oh, that's nothing. It's going to need to be something a little bit more impressive than that. So actually what I could do is prepare for my Massey Ferguson tractor and stick a really heavy weight on this, because that same weight will be used on the Massey Ferguson. It's a big tractor, so yeah, goodbye weight. I'll go for something really substantial. What can I get for this? Probably not too much money. It's also damaged somehow. 345, $3 to repair. 349. Okay, so what was that, about $1 extra? Okay, right, so into the same category of weights, and then I need to choose, these are good, 850. Not too sure how heavy those John Deere ones are, but this one here is actually 3.3. Axle snapping for the case, but yeah, it's going to be used on the Massey Ferguson. Despite saying case, it doesn't really matter that it says case. Fent, let's get my brands right. Yes, it doesn't look that heavy. It must be incredibly dense. Doesn't look heavy at all. But if this can be enough, which it should be, to pick up one of these bags, then that is fine. That's problem solved. Of course, it does require somebody who is capable of putting the tine through the loop. Yeah, that looks good enough. There we go. Oh, perfect. Looking heavy on the front axle, but yeah, that is certainly enough to be able to move it. Done. Time to take it back over to the farm. I need to put a strap over these things first. Let's see how well that works. Very good. Yep. So it's a really good mod. This is a test of the mod at the same time as just demonstrating it and using it in the game. So it's a heavy trailer, especially on this, well, our right side, because it's yeah, fully loaded with the line. I should have balanced it off a bit better, but anyway, off we go. Seriously heavy, but it's just such a good way of getting high capacity seed bags, fertilizer, lime, and of course not having to buy a forklift to be able to transport your different bags and IBCs. Very nice. And here I am, back at the farm. I have no idea where to put these, but I think I'm going to load up the seed drill, which actually looks like it needs a wash. It looks filthy. And then, yeah, look at that. Yeah, try and get it loaded up. It'd be a good demonstration to see how high I can lift. There is the IBC attachment, which I'm sure is going to be used, but if I don't use it, it's not an issue. I can just sell it, so there we go. Time to pull that out of there. Now, because I do have other mods installed, such as the more realistic weight mod, I can't say for sure if these pallets, or these IBCs and bags are going to react the same way without that mod. So yeah, just please do note that I am running other mods at the same time, so it may affect the performance of well, any mod that I have installed. I don't want the fertilizer, or that one, I want this one here. So I have to take the surrounding straps off just to make sure it is totally unstrapped, and then I can grab my seed. Yes, I've got two fields which need to be harvested, obviously the normal 25 and also my recently purchased middle field, as it's now going to be called, because I've forgotten the number. So yeah, one of them needs to be harvested, or started to be harvested today. There's no rush, I'm not actually in any rush at all to get much done. It is a sort of, let's try out some mods and tidy things up sort of a day. There we go. Oh, the tractor. Because somehow it's all sloppy and muddy on the inside, which is always slightly concerning. Oh, we have another tractor as well. Two tractors need to be washed. Look at that grime. Very bad. Right, that's an improvement. Okay, so I'll put that back over here and open up the cover. Now, I think probably loading it from the back is going to be the easiest. It looks like it is almost full. But like I say, it's a demonstration. This is a demonstration. I do need to also fill up the fertilizer spreader, so that'd be a bit more interesting. Coming through! I think the best tractor to do this with is actually the medium-sized tractors, like 250 horsepower, maybe 200. But this is just a demonstration, if nothing else. But I like the model. I'm going to be keeping it. Definitely, it's going to be really good for doing things realistically instead of just going up to things and pressing refill. Although you probably can do that anyway. I also realised I was picking up a bag of fertiliser. The clue is in the colour. Got blue for fertiliser, green for seed, as it is in the default game. So yes, hopefully, well, I might have to be a bit more aligned actually, but yeah, hopefully it's going to work. So there we go, that's filled it up. That was very simple. But like I say, I think it's going to be better for applications such as the fertiliser spreader. I'll put that back onto there. And now for the fertiliser spreader. I have already done one. I know it works very well. I was incredibly impressed, even though I was already expecting it to work. So here we go. Just boom that up, or else. Lift up a little bit further without bursting the bag. And then it is in. Fantastic. Such a good idea. And the physics, like I say, it just keeps swinging because it's got the weight to it. And when the bag has been consumed, it disappears. Which is good because each bag would most likely be an i3D file which is loaded into the vehicle XML file. Usually is the vehicle XML file. So in theory, if it deletes it after use, which it does, it will reduce the amount of load on the game on your PC. So if you have loads of bales, it can really drop the frame rate. Okay, so I'll go for another one. And I don't know how many it's going to take, but I think that is all of my fertiliser anyway, so it's good. Boom up. I probably should have done that earlier. And down. Good. Okay, so I'm very impressed. Like I say, the download link is below, so I would strongly recommend trying it out. And actually, that's going to be full enough anyway. There we go. Right, so I'm going to now get the combine working. I don't think I'm going to be doing a great deal because I want to keep the harvesting to the live streams, really. That's what I want to do because it is quite a repetitive job, but it needs to be done. And as soon as we have the money from these 2 fields, hopefully, and the horses which are on the way, 4 more horses, and chickens' eggs, I am hopefully going to be doing a big purchase of the next tractor. Oats and canola are my 2 crop types, so yeah, canola first. It's left a scar where I failed in the live stream. When I was doing a stream, I drove through the crop with the row crop tyres on, but not on the fertiliser spreader. So it did destroy the crop. Only in this section though, so it's alright. So that's going to be left to just keep going. I don't know how often I'm going to be required, probably not very often at all. But yeah, what I need to do is go and move some egg boxes. I have 4 here. So the stack is definitely getting larger. Done. I don't know how much money is there, but probably in the region of £15,000, I would have thought. It usually is something like that. They really are worth doing. And finally, another 4 boxes just here. Done. Looking good. So yeah, I can use the tractor and front loader to move these when they're ready, but I'm going to put more on. There's much more to go on there yet. How are the chickens doing generally? Let's just see. They're doing pretty well. They're sheep, that's why. They are doing pretty well, except for their cleanliness, which is horrific. Looking good. I'll put this away, make sure it's all nicely covered over. But that is all ready to go. As soon as that crop is harvested, the next crop will be going in. And yeah, believe me, I'm going to be going for another field soon. Really hoping to buy another one. But the next one is most likely going to be a bit further away, just to keep it a bit more interesting. Because currently, every episode is in the same little region, just in this area. I do have a field which I've actually been looking at, and I really do like it. However, as usual, money is an issue. Field 33. The reason why it's an issue is because it goes all the way up here. 271. Quite a bit of money. Same for this. It needs to be reversed into the shed. Got loads and loads of bales, which is nice. And now I need my buckets. If I just take the pallet fork off. There we go. The bucket is over here for doing some scooping. Luckily, not poop scooping, just scooping. I really do need them to be productive, and without having food, that's going to be difficult. So messy. If any of my other chickens have spilt, I'm going to probably put this spilt material into this trough because there's more chickens here. As soon as my next wheat field is ready, which is actually non-existent currently, yes, it will all be going to the chickens because these chickens are the future. Yep, these ones over here are spilled loads, so that can go to the larger chicken coop. And I have all these wool pallets as well, they need to be sorted out. Let's get them moved off the spawn point because they are restricting more wool from appearing, although we're okay at the moment. There is still one which is partially filled. This is going to go over here. Looks pretty good. I think the chicken I was looking at before was for the better coop. This one here. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh yes, it was. Yeah, the food is almost empty, and that's because I've just topped it up with floor food. As for my other chickens, they are in a different coop. Where have they gone? Here we go. They're healthy. They're much healthier. If I just speed up time and drop it again, the cleanliness should be 100%. There we go. It's good. Very good. And, oh, and the sheep apparently are very messy too. Must be a good crop. I suppose I did fertilise it. It's already 80% full. There's a lot of spilt their grass. Nothing the front loader and bucket can't sort out. I do have quite a few sheep. But yep, I have loads of products. I will probably take everything in one go, so the wool will be put on the trailer, and of course the eggs as well. All I need to do now is grab the grain trailer and take it over to the combine harvester. My grain trailer is somewhere, obviously. It has to be somewhere. Although, where exactly, I don't know. Over there. Yep, I'm very impressed with the amount of progress I have finally made on this Let's Play. I know it's taken about 42 episodes, is it? It's something extreme, but yeah, at least I now have horses, sheep, and many chickens. Full grain tank from harvesting just that amount of canola. That to me seems quite good. So in fact, this is the end of this episode. If I'm doing another episode after this one, before a live stream, then I will be continuing, well the worker will be continuing, with the harvest of this field and also the oat field. Don't tip it on the ground. There we go. But if not, yep, everything is going to change by the next episode in a stream, so we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching my fairly poor demonstration of a very good mod. Yeah, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.